Ask the Messenger's TV show is a TV show that educates, informs, and entertains our viewers on public health issues such as mental illness, suicide, addiction, illness and disease, COVID-19 relief, crime, domestic violence, homelessness, human trafficking, employment opportunities, healthcare, and more. And now, Ask the Messengers.
Today on Ask the Messengers, in our author series with Kimberly Mallory and her guest Lakina Fulks, author of the book, Why a Young Girl's Search for Truth. Also in this episode, Gay Dagnogo shares information about resources and programs available for City of Detroit residents, Project Clean Slate, and the Detroit Promise. Plus, Doing Business in Detroit, featuring Goodness Gracious Incorporated, a family-owned flower shop. Plus, we shed light on two of the most powerful awarenesses in October: breast cancer and domestic violence. Ask the Messengers begins now.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my amazing author series, because I have an amazing woman with me today. Not only is she an author, she also has an amazing organization. I'm going to let her talk about that. But first, Lakina, welcome to Ask the Messengers.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely. So we're going to jump right in this. You have a book, and it's called Why?
Yes.
A Young Girl's Search for the Truth. Tell us about that title.
Yes. So the book Why is my life story in the novel, and it's the subtitle A Young Girl's Search for the Truth, because all throughout my life, I'm searching, really trying to find myself and wanting to know why all of these things are happening. Why do I have to go through this? And I went through so many different things from childhood up into adulthood. And so I realized, like, this is my why, and why not me? And instead of my story ending and being just a statistic or me making excuses on why I should stay in a situation, I decided to take control of my life and change it. And I did that. And so the book is a testament of my life, my journey, and how other young girls can, no matter what your surroundings is or your environment, that you can change your life too.
Wow. So you hear that, audience. No matter what we go through, we do not have to allow our past to determine what God has for us in the future. Regardless of what she went through, she has become such an amazing woman out here in the community. The things that she is doing for these young kids, we're getting ready to jump into that. She has an organization, it's called The Treasure Within. Tell us about this organization you have.
Yes, so The Treasure Within is a nonprofit, and I originally started back in 2011 just as a assignment, really, to finish my master's program. And I wanted to do something that was impactful to the community, but also something that was dear to me. And so the program builds self-esteem in young girls. In 2019, I decided to make it a nonprofit. And I always remember my very first graduation that I had in 2011, one of my professors came and he said, "Keep this going. This can be in the schools. This is great." And the community at that time loved it. And it was so much change in the girls within those weeks that I had them. And so the program is really intended to inspire, motivate, encourage young girls that no matter what you go through, your environment, you can change it. You could be a thought leader. You don't have to be out in the street, whether it's selling drugs, doing the dancing, selling your body, all those things that affect young girls nowadays. And so that's why I started the nonprofit, The Treasure Within, and it's been very, very successful thus far. Yes.
Yeah, and it's so effective. I'm so honored to be a part of as being a mentor in this treasure within, and I'm blown away of how effective this organization is. Tell us about the age range for these young women that are in these young queens, as you call them. Tell us, what is the age range?
So the age range is from 9 through 19. And so some people say, well, why so young? Because at a young age, things happen.
Mhm.
And depending on the environment, they can be exposed to adult life, adult activities. And I've come across that. So I figure, you started them young. You can
Mhm.
train them up, give them the tools, give them information where when they're adults and teenagers, they can make a better choices for themselves. We've had girls that come in at 9 years old was pregnant, 9 years old that's out on the street, 9 years old, where the mom and literally in class saying she has to give her kids away to be with a man, and that girl in class crying like, can you help me? And telling the mentors, why can't my mom be like you all? And so we deal with a lot of girls that go through hard things, and so at a young age they're going through things. And so we try to give them the information, give them tools that can help them and build them up and say things that will stay with them throughout their life and throughout their journey. So telling them things that you're beautiful and that you can do it.
Yes. Yes, this
Yeah.
is such, I've learned a lot since I've been a part of this, in the way that she constructs the whole entire atmosphere of her organization and what they do in these classes. Is so much love. It's just really so much love and so much caring, and it's genuine. It's
Yeah.
genuine. The way that she shows the younger generation, that you could be anything that you want to be, regardless of your circumstances. And that's what she's teaching them. Tell them what happens at the end of graduation. Tell them what happens at their graduation.
Yeah, so at the end of the program, we do a celebration, and what I call it is the crowning ceremony. And so we crown them as queens for completing the course. And so they get dressed up in beautiful ball gowns, picked up in limo, hair, makeup, cameras, videographers. We have people that come in, celebrities, city officials, influencers, to come in and to show, and we showcase them. And then they showcase their etiquette that they've learned in the program. And so we make it all about them, because I realize that some girls may not have a celebration in their life. They may not have a birthday party. They may not go to prom. They may not go to homecoming. They may not even have a graduation party. So this day, this moment, they will never forget. And a lot of the things in the program I do and teach is because it's things that I actually wanted as a young girl. I often say, if I had this growing up, I would be probably so further along, right?
Mhm.
And even with the celebrations, I didn't have a birthday party. I didn't have a graduation party because I was a teenage mom. I didn't go to prom or homecoming. So I understand that life may happen and you may not get that moment. So this day is a day that they will never forget. And it's truly all about them.
Yes, yes. So can you just tell the audience, how can the parents get their children involved in this?
Yes, so they can go to our website, thetreasurewithinyou.org, and sign them up. And we do our summer program. And we're also going to be doing some fall classes as well. And so they can sign them up. And as we open up the enrollment, we have a roster of those girls that want to come in.
Okay, so are there any requirements that these children need in order to get, these young adults need in order to get in your program?
No requirements. Only
Awesome.
thing that they commit and have an open mind and is open to receive, and that's it.
And that is so amazing, audience. That is just so awesome. Lakina, what I would like for you to do is just look into that camera right now. Speak
Mhm.
to some of these young adults that feel hopeless and,
Mhm.
have low self-esteem. And this program is so amazing for the young kids that are like that. Look into that
Yes.
camera and give them some words of encouragement.
Yes, yes. So no matter what you go through, always remember your mind, no one can take your mind away from you. Believe in yourself, believe in God, and know that you can have and do anything that you aspire to do. The only person that's stopping you is you. And it does not matter where you're at in life. It doesn't matter the environment, the circumstance. You can change your life and take control of it. And so just believe, always believe in yourself, and know that you are worthy and that you are enough and you can have what you desire.
Without Project Clean Slate, there is no telling where I would be right now.
It gave him back his life, because once he got the felony, it seemed like life was over.
Being unemployed, being depressed, being a burden. Project Clean Slate helped wipe those things away. I can't say thank you enough. I am now able to work for a reputable airline. Detroit had my back, all because I live in Detroit.
Tell our viewers your name and your role in Project Clean Slate.
Well, thank you for having me. Sherry Gay Dagnogo, former state representative for the city of Detroit, currently now a Detroit school board member. But one of my bills, Public Act 188, is the bill that actually provides expungement for multiple non-violent offenses. And so Public Act 188, sometimes you hear it termed one bad night, but it could be one bad day, is the bill that is helping to advance clean records and expungement throughout the state of Michigan.
Now, you said something during your speech about the expungement, about Project Clean Slate, even allowing parents to go on field trips with their kids. That kind of broke me. How did that come about? Like, I didn't even know that was a factor.
Absolutely. And so in every area, I mean, we're responsible. I'm a former Detroit public school teacher. I'm a current school board member. And so certainly we are tasked with making sure that our children are safe.
Yes.
But there are a number of barriers that exist for the safety in many instances of our community. And so if you have a prior felony conviction on your record, not being able to go on a student's field trip is a reality. Not being able to have access to affordable housing is a reality. Not being able to have access to jobs is a reality. And so we have to realize that these blemishes, especially for non-violent offenses, having the ability to expunge these records are not only impacting the 10,000 people who have gotten their records expunged, but it's helping to impact all of these families. So this 10,000 represents 10,000 families, children, parents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, you name it, husband, wives, that are now able to have freedom and a second chance at life that they didn't have before getting their records expunged.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. If you could give just a bit of advice to the viewers who maybe aren't aware of Project Clean Slate or are apprehensive about the project, what would you say?
Don't listen to outside naysayers. Reach out to the city of Detroit Project Clean Slate program. It takes a little bit of time, but the time is worth it because after all, for residents in the city of Detroit, it's absolutely free. You don't have to second guess. They will pull up your record, look at your offenses, and get you the support, the legal support that is necessary to fill out the application, get it submitted through the processes through the AG and the courts, and the rest will be history. This is a second chance at having a clean record and being able to have access to living life again.
Because I live in Detroit, I was able to get tuition-free college through the Detroit Promise. I feel very fortunate working with the Detroit Promise. They were able to afford me so many opportunities. I'm currently studying media production and journalism at University of Michigan Dearborn. I'm looking to take my talents further into the production industry, short films. I love working with people here, and this is where I want to be. And that's why I'm Detroit for life.
What is democracy?
Democracy represents the principle that political power belongs to the people. At its core, it stands for several key values: freedom and rights, equality, participation, accountability and transparency, rule of law, and protection of minority rights. In essence, democracy represents a government system built on fairness, justice, and the active involvement of its citizens in shaping their future.
Hi, everyone. everybody. Welcome, welcome. As you know, Ask the Messengers TV show. We support businesses right here in the city of Detroit. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Ask the Messengers. This TV show supports businesses right here in the city of Detroit because those businesses actually support the infrastructure of Detroit. Now, you see these roses? I am smelling these roses. They're just as sweet as these ladies right here. Here we are. It is. Tell our viewers your name. You see all the flowers. Tell our viewers your name and the name of your business.
My name is Doris Williams, and I'm affiliated by blood to Goodness Gracious.
And what's your name?
I'm Kelly Jones, and I run this show.
She runs the show. It's called Goodness Gracious because, wow, oh, my goodness. And it's family. It's a family-run business. Tell us a little bit about, like, what you do.
Okay, so we are a youth entrepreneurial apprenticeship situation where they come in and they learn how to do flowers and how to set up and pretty much be responsible human beings so they could take that life skill wherever they go.
That's nothing short of amazing. They're not just a family-run business. They're actually supporting the citizens, these young people, because believe it or not, that's the future. Yes. You know, and the fact that they're doing that, you guys got to support. So I see everything happening. What you got up? What's going on here?
And so right now we're working on Detroit Homecoming, and that will be set up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. at the train station. So it's a big deal. I guess the expatriates, Detroit expatriates come home, and so they're not part of the brain drain. They bring it back.
So you're in this whole, look at this. You got all this stuff going on. What kind of runs through your hair? What part do you play here at Goodness Gracious?
Oh, gosh. I am the public relations person. I'm responsible for the messenger to be here.
Because she believes in her family so much. Listen, this is the lady that got us out here. It's important. You know why? Because we get to tell all our viewers what you're doing for the community so they can support your business. So if they want your flowers, they want to find you, where can we find you?
Well, the phone number is 313-92-GRACE. That's 313-717-3073. We're right here on the corner of Helen and Verner. That's 2244 Helen Street. Right down the street from Belle Isle.
Look, I didn't know that this nice little gem, this treasure, was sitting here. We came down the street, and here I go. I walked in the back, and it just opened right up. Listen, and they opened their hearts up to you while they're putting their love in these arrangements. Now, you just don't do large events like the Michigan Central train station, do you? You do, like, weddings. Do you do, like, proms? What about if you want to propose?
We do proposals so grandly. We make it fabulous. I like to tell the guys, I keep your pimp game strong.
Listen, they do proposals. They do. What about prom?
Proms, yes. Yes, we specialize in anything youth-oriented. That's my heart right now.
Listen, you guys have to support this business. They're working with the youth. They're here. You can get anything, even if you want to just say I love you. Make sure you come to Goodness Gracious. Get some flowers. And it's not just these kind of flowers. There are different odd kind of flowers I found here. I mean, like, you can make your request. Now, that's not just all they do. They have little other knickknacks. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Oh, great. I am a broom designer. I take, yes, the ordinary old-fashioned corn broom, and I design it, okay? And that's just like putting on the designer outfit. And it's been going quite well. I've designed over 42 since June.
Wow.
Kelly put in the lighting. We have our master electrician, but he put in the lighting. We had a carpenter to put the molding in, and we now have a gallery.
Oh my goodness. You've got a dynamic duo here. You cannot jump the broom. Hey, you want it for your wedding? You want a stylistic something? This is where you need to come. Thank you so much for coming on Ask the Messengers and allowing us to support, because we really believe in the city of Detroit. And you guys just wait. You're going to see what they put together. I'm so excited. One more smell, one more sniff, and one big hug. Ow! On the count of three, we're going to say Goodness Gracious. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Goodness Gracious.
October is a powerful month of awareness, shining a spotlight on two important issues: breast cancer and domestic violence. Both of these topics are critical for individuals and communities to understand. as they affect millions of people around the world. Breast cancer is the most common cancer among women globally, and early detection and treatment are key to improving survival rates. By raising awareness about the importance of regular self-exams, mammograms, and healthy lifestyle choices, we can help more people catch this disease early and access the care they need. On the other hand, domestic violence is a widespread problem that affects not only women but also men and children. By educating ourselves and others about the signs of abuse and providing support for survivors, we can work towards creating safer homes and communities for everyone. By acknowledging these issues during the month of October, we can help reduce stigma, encourage early detection and intervention, and show support for those affected by breast cancer and domestic violence. Let's use this month as an opportunity to educate ourselves and others, show compassion for survivors, and advocate for a world where everyone can live a healthy and violence-free life.
Well, that concludes this week's episode of Ask the Messengers. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you would like to help support our show, please feel free to make a donation of any kind by visiting our show website, www.askthemessengers.org. If you prefer to mail donations, please make check or money order payable to Ask the Messengers TV show and send it to 18400 Schaefer Highway, Detroit, Michigan 48235. Thank you for watching.